Jess Halleck here. Guess what video I have not done in probably 2 years? A 12 versus a 14, which is by far the most popular length, especially if you're just getting started with halos and you have shorter to medium hair. The 12 or the 14 is so perfect for a lot of people. So recently we went a little bit shorter with Meredith's hair so we can use her as a model, because a 12 inch is gonna give her probably like 2 inches, but mainly just fullness. And then a layered 14 will give her, you know, more like va-va-voom look. I'm wearing a layered 14 right now. It's an easy everyday halo. It's super lightweight, really comfortable, but gives you know, a lot of volume. I'm also gonna show you 2 colors. So this first one is a more solid option where we just have like a little baby tap root. One thing that we do here is we do everything custom colored. So like my halo, I have a good like 2-inch root, and normally they come with a really long root. And if you're a blonde or a brunette and you get a smudge or a shadow, you don't necessarily have, you know, 4 inches of a root, you just have like 1 to 2 inches. So it's nice to do it custom, and then we can get the undertone of your natural to match the halo and just make it perfect. So this one isn't hers particularly, but it was perfect to just show as an example. But this is a 12-inch original. And the difference between the original and the layered is not just the length, it's also the thickness. So the original has 30% less hair than a layered. It's also structured a little bit differently. So the weight is gonna be gathered at the bottom. Rather than sitting through the middle and giving you a lot of volume on the sides, the weight is gonna be towards like the bottom 2-3 inches of the halo. So it's a very natural looking piece. So let me put it on her. You can see what I mean. But it's extremely comfortable because it's so lightweight. Okay, I'm turning to the side so you can see what I'm doing. You place it about the middle of the bend of your head, and it's just held by a wire, and you don't want to push it down or anything. Again, this is not her color, but just as an example. But if anything, this will just show you how good it hides. What's nice about a custom root too is if you're thinner on your sides and you're worried about being able to see extensions through it, when you put a shadow root on there, it just camouflages it so well. Because you saw when her hair was up, you probably were like, oh, that is not gonna match. And now their hair's down, it totally does. Having a little bit of a shadow is perfect. Okay, spinning it around, you can see the back. See how it's just a very natural thickness? We didn't add a ton. We added definitely 2 inches of length, but not a ton of volume. If you're really fine and you just want something to feel more natural, more like you, an original is the perfect option. You can also do a layered, but an original is a good place to start if it's your first time. So you can see you start to see the thickness from the sides all the way down, but look at her natural shape. So ignore the color. We're just looking at like if her hair was this long and a little bit fuller, this is about the density that you would expect. You wouldn't expect like a lot of hair like extensions. This is just a very natural looking length. So also just so you know, we can cut this a lot shorter. I've cut it as short as, I don't know, an 8 to make it like more of a bob. We've cut them to like here. They look a little funny when they're cut. They're like little baby halos, but it just gives you that much more fullness. I don't know how many times I've cut someone's hair and they're like, I love short hair if it was so thick. And let me tell you, no one has that thick of hair. A lot of people are wearing extensions, clip-ins, tape-ins, something to make it look like that. So if you have a bob, you could totally do a 12-inch original, have me cut it more like an A-line bob to give you just more volume on the sides and a lot more thickness on your ends. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a layered. This one has a little bit of dimension through it. This is more her color, but it doesn't have a root. So it just comes like this, which will totally match as is. We just like to customize every single piece because it makes it just that much better. I feel like that's the biggest tell between permanent extensions and temporary ones, is that permanent extensions, you would always see them get color matched exactly. They'd like put a root on it or low lights, they'd cut it exactly on their head. And we figured out how to do that all virtually. So we do it from your photos, do it here in the salon. We're in Gilbert, Arizona, and then we ship them all over the world. We also ship them internationally. We've shipped, at this point, 14 countries and counting. It's really fun. Okay, here is the layered. So this one, like I said, is 30% thicker. It's a lot more fuller through the sides. You can already tell just the weight, a lot thicker, okay? So it does have built-in layers, but I custom cut every single one so we can add more layers to it. We can also make it shorter, We can restructure it in any way that we need to, but it's just nice to have this much hair to work with to even be able to do that. Another thing is it is adjustable. So it's just a hook system, kind of like a bra hook. And this is not the normal wire it comes with. Normally it would be like a cream color, but you can bump it along these notches to make it tighter or looser depending on how you like it to fit just for that day. So you're not stuck to where it's sewn, and it's also not a stretchy wire. So it's really gonna stay put and feel secure. So again, you place it, let's see it from the side. Okay. See how just having a root would be just that much better? I mean, if you have the option, right? It's nice to do. Then, I'm gonna comb it from out and around the root. A lot of people ask if you can wear these in a ponytail. And the rule of thumb is you can wear them up to where the weft is. So that's what's nice about tightening it, because you can wear it higher up on your head. And that way you can pull the halo up to a higher ponytail. So safely a low to mid ponytail is what you can count on. But as long as it's going up to where the weft is, that's as high as you can go. But these are really fun to style, fun to braid, do half ups. These are amazing for weddings. They're just perfect for everything. Okay, go ahead and turn it for me.
Va-va-voom.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so lots more volume, right? And lots of length. This one is so popular, I cannot even tell you. And honestly, the 16-inch original just past this is also very popular. This middle length range, I feel like long halos, of course, will always be in, will always be really fun to wear. But for your everyday, most people's hair is this medium length or shorter. Honestly, most of us have that. So getting a halo that just gives you a lot of volume, fullness. It doesn't go on top of your head. So when people say they want a lot of volume up here, it's not gonna cover up here, although we do have topper pieces. But with the layered, because it's so full on the sides, it almost like props your top hair up, so it feels like you're getting a lot of volume. If someone says the word volume, I usually head this direction. Also, if you like the shape, but you're like, that's a lot of hair, we can always thin out this piece. If you like the structure of it, but you want less weight, we can do that. All these customizing options just to make it feel more comfortable and look and feel more like you. Because even though it's a big difference, if you're not gonna wear it because it feels too foreign, it doesn't look like how you would imagine yourself, then you're not gonna wear it. So customizing it before you get it is huge, just so it can be ready right out of the box. I love it. Can I show you the back? Look at that. Seamless. And if you have really fine hair, I know a lot of you get worried that you won't be able to blend it or that you're gonna be able to see through it. Number one, if we do a shadow root, worst case scenario, you're definitely not gonna see through it. But second, if you have really fine hair, that's actually the easiest to blend with extensions. You barely have to do anything. Like, this is her hair. She just has a bend, not even a curl, a bend in her hair, and it brushes right into the extensions. And what's nice about the halos is they do hold their curl really well, so you can just hang them up. We do include any halo that you get from us. We include a hanger, a brush, and the Spritz spray from Halo Couture just to keep it hydrated. It's a spray oil because we want you to have the best experience with your extensions so that they last the longest and you have everything you need to care for them. But they will hold this wave, I don't know, until you wash it, like 2-3 months. Seriously, I barely touch up my extensions, which also helps them last even longer. But when you see people that have perfect curls and they're holding all day, they might have extensions in. I don't know what it is about the hair because it is human hair, but it really holds so well throughout the day, kind of no matter what your climate is. So if you're in humidity, these do great. If you're in really dry, like we are in Arizona, these also do amazing. So if this is your first time seeing them, like I said, we do it all virtual. So you can go to halobijess.com and click to inquire, fill that out. We'll reach out to you directly and get some photos, talk to you about your hair, what you're looking for, and then customizing options. And then we will do it in my salon here and ship it directly to you.